Hi. My favorite work for the shoulder cuffs will not help you directly prepare for any asana. In fact, I am yet to find an asana which uses the shoulder cuff in exactly the same way. Although since I have started doing this, I have found similarities between asana positions and this work, but I think the reason that I like it so much is it's a position and it's an action which seemed to me quite unfamiliar. The first couple of times I tried it, it felt really weird. But once I got over the unfamiliarity, I think it really helped to expose both my skeletal-muscular tissues, the joints, ligaments, etc., as well as the nervous system to an action, to a position which was very different from what it had done before. And that's the reason that it's one of my favorite things to do. I also like it because you don't really need much equipment for it. You can do it on the floor. In fact, there's a standing version also which is in the longer recording, but this lying down version is in fact more effective and it is not in the recording. I am just using something for the head, could just be a pillow, and this is how it goes. So, this is done one shoulder at a time, and that is what we will do in this short session, and you would of course want to repeat it on the other side as well. Okay, short demonstration. Lie down on the side and keep your legs bent. The shoulder, this is the shoulder that I am working on. This is my left shoulder. The shoulder is more or less pinned under the weight of the body. So, find a position that feels comfortable. It does not feel terribly uncomfortable, but at the same time the shoulder is fixed. Now, the arm right now which is there, you can see my palm is flopped onto the floor. That is not how we are going to keep the arm. In fact, the arm will go like this, where the front of the palm is now facing the floor. The elbow is a little lower than the line of the shoulder. So, the elbow is not here, the elbow is a little bit lower. The forearm including the fingers is going in the direction of my groin. That is the position we start with, and you can go ahead and take this position, and if you have never done this before, this is going to feel a little strange. So, you just let the shoulder roll itself under the weight of this forearm, which is sort of hanging in air, and because of gravity wanting to go down towards the floor, it will most probably not go all the way to the floor. It will be up, and please do not try and push it. This is an unfamiliar position. Most of us are not going to be strong in this unfamiliar position. So, just be there, take a few breaths, especially take a few exhalation breaths. Then we bring the other hand. So, you can, if you want, you can mirror me. You could be doing this lying on your right side, in which case you will take your left hand and gently place it on your right, somewhere near the wrist. I will not say push it down, but to gently sort of guide it down, prevent it from bobbing up. But once again, there is no active pushing that is involved. Make it very gentle, very gradual. You will notice that your forearm goes towards the floor just a little bit, and when that happens, this rotator cuff area starts to feel even more strange. So, strange is good, but terribly uncomfortable, pinching and all of that is not good. We take a few more breaths, and you let the nervous system get used to being in this position. So, this is not, this whole thing is not from asana or yoga methodology, and I am going to continue with how it is usually practiced, which is to work with certain number of counts. I will give you the counts, and this is how it is going to go. So, I am going to count till 15, that will be approximately 15 seconds. So, for those 15 seconds, we are going to try and push this arm which is down the shoulder that we are working on. I am going to try and push this hand up into the one that is blocking. So, you will be pushing your right forearm into the left hand. The left hand is resisting, it is not letting it move, but the right forearm is actively pushing up. The pushing action comes from the shoulder, not from the forearm really, but it comes from the shoulder. So, you will feel it in the shoulder. After those 15 seconds, you will remove your top hand, that is the left hand, and try and move that forearm down towards the floor. Now, once again, to move it down towards the floor is the unfamiliar part, which feels kind of strange, might feel a little unsafe on the joint. So, please do not do it to your maximum capacity. Keep it in a range where you think that you can handle it for the same 15 seconds. So, we will do that for the next 15 seconds, and then you will relax the forearm, and once again the left hand comes to rest on the right forearm. It is not actively aggressively pushing, it is just holding it down there. Ready? Let us start. So, count of 15, trying to lift the right forearm up towards the ceiling, but the left is blocking. Suddenly do not jerk. So, I am going to give you a count of 5 first, that will be the time when you ramp it up, how much you are pushing up the right forearm into the left hand. So, push like 10%, 15%, 20, 30, all the way up to maybe 50, 60% of your maximum ability, push. Then for the next 15 seconds hold at that same intensity, and then for the next 15 seconds we will try to pull away from this top hand. So, that is a total of 35 seconds. Let us start. 5, start pushing the right forearm into the left hand. 3, 2, 1, maximum intensity for today, and holding it for 15 seconds. 14, 13, 12, keep pushing, maintaining the same intensity of pressure. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we can lift that left hand up a little bit and try to move the right forearm down now towards the floor. Once again for 15 seconds. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax the arm, relax the shoulder. Let that left hand come down to once again rest on the right hand, not pushing it, but just holding it there. Long exhalations again. So, notice also that the rest of the body does not really move, in fact it stays right there. So, already if that shoulder area is feeling really weird, then please back off a little bit. By backing off, what I mean is you will just let your right forearm come up a little higher and work in that range. If everything is fine, we are going to go one more round. Same process. So, once again count of 5, ramp up to your maximum intensity, do not make it your 100% intensity. Count of 15, trying to push up, count of 15 after that, trying to pull down towards the floor. Let us start. 5, slowly ramp up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Max intensity, the right forearm pushing up into the left hand. The pressure, the action actually coming from the right shoulder for 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and change direction, trying to move that right forearm down towards the floor again for 15 seconds. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release. You will notice most probably by the end of this your forearm would have come a little closer towards the floor. Again take a few long breaths, long exhalations and then release. So, if this is completely new stimulus, please be careful, especially in that particular position the tissues are not strong for most of us. So, please be careful. Also, if you have any kind of shoulder injury, this movement, this sort of internal rotation of the shoulder and the action of the rotator cuffs is probably one of the weakest points. So, I would not advise this during the recovery stage from any kind of acute injury. But other than that, very interesting thing to do and very effective, and of course, you would want to do the other side as well. So, rewind and do everything on the other side. Thank you.